All right, we are calling the Crossroads, Texas Police Department.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Denton County Sheriff's Office, this is Maddie.
Hi, are you a sheriff's deputy or is this dispatch?
Dispatch.
Okay. Is there a way that I could speak with I'm actually looking for the town of Crossroads Police Department?
Yep, we dispatch for them.
Is there a way that I could get patched through to them and chat with an officer briefly?
I can put a call for service in. And have someone
I'm
call you.
not very smart. Can you tell me what that means?
So you would tell me, like, just generalistic idea of what's going on? So I can have
Generalistic?
Sorry?
Generalistic?
Just like a general idea of what's going on so I can have an officer call you. Okay. Let me have your address, okay, so I can get someone to call you.
I'm sorry. There must be something wrong with the phone line. I almost thought you said you were trying to get my address.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
in.
Just in case they need to come and do a no-knock warrant. What do we? I'm going
So
to
I can get the right
I'm going to politely decline giving out my address. Thank you very much.
What's your name?
Johnny.
Last name?
J. Johnny.
Sir, what is your last name?
Cocktosin?
Can you spell that for me?
It's spelled exactly how it sounds.
Who is it?
It's John.
John who?
It's John. John Blvd. I don't remember.
John Cocktoastin?
Welcome back to the Johnny 50 channel. The following video comes from a YouTube channel called Bulls Deep. Got about 2,500 subs. I'm not sure if this was the gentleman being stopped. I do not think that it was. If you followed any of the First Amendment videos regarding the state of Texas, most of you are familiar with Penal Code 38.02. In a lot of YouTube videos, you'll also hear it just called 3802. A person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, or date of birth to a peace officer who has lawfully arrested the person and requested the information. So you must be lawfully arrested, not detained, in the state of Texas, lawfully arrested. And this guy repeatedly is trying to tell this cop. He's actually reading it off of his phone to the cop, but he doesn't care because cops don't care because that's who cops are. So thanks for showing us who you are. There's some narration in here. I'll try to keep some of it. Some of it I might edit out. All right, let's get into this. This is maddening. I will link the original video in the description. Go send him a sub. Tell him that I sent you.
This is Crossroads, Texas Officer Haley Holbert responding to a call about a distressed animal in a car with the windows rolled up on a 95-degree evening well after sunset. Officer Holbert would later reveal she was a former veterinary technician. The first sign you would look for to determine if a dog is in any heat-related distress would be panting. The dog was seen raised from a curled-up, relaxed position and displaying no signs whatsoever of any heat-related distress. Police do get calls like these on occasion. Some people mistakenly believe any warm temperature, in combination with rolled-up windows, as problematic to pets. While it could, in rare circumstances, absent any solar radiation, a necessary component to creating the greenhouse effect in a vehicle. The interior of a vehicle will only equalize with the ambient outside temperature. It will not rise above the outside temperature without an external heat source. While Officer Holbert could justify her further investigation into the matter out of an abundance of caution, she would not be justified to take any extreme action like breaking a window to get the pet out or charging the vehicle owner with cruelty to animals, based on the conditions observed upon her arrival. The owner of the vehicle would return to the car 5 minutes after Officer Holbert arrived on scene. He was carrying a single, plastic Walmart bag, an indication he was not in the store for an extended period of time. Upon his arrival, the man alleviated any concerns for the dog's safety by explaining how he chilled the cabin of the vehicle just prior to his brief absence. He then takes it a step further by offering Officer Holbert a chance to feel the cooler air inside the cabin of the vehicle. Officer Holbert declined the invite to sample the air, a crucial component to the conditions to which the man subject the animal.
Okay, I was this close to breaking the window out.
Well, that should be your first indication that there was no real distress with the dog. It's like saying, well, I showed up to this house fire and I was this close to actually putting out the fire, but I chose not to because it was just 2 Kleenex burning on an asphalt driveway. That's why. Somebody explain it to me like I'm 5 of how cops execute 25 to 30 dogs a day, 10,000 dogs per year, according to the Department of Justice. But somehow they're all pro-dog. I mean, did they want to let the dog out loose so they get executed in the parking lot? I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. Somebody, please help me.
It's 95 degrees. It means it's over 100 inside the vehicle.
I've been in there.
The windows have to be cracked. There's got to be something.
I was trying to keep the air conditioning in for him because I literally.
Okay, go to open that door for and crack the windows open for the dog, and I'm going to use your driver's license, please. $428. I'm out with the vehicle owner. Hey. Okay. Hey.
You can feel it's not.
It's 95 degrees.
If it's inside, I was keeping the AC in. Trust me, I love my dog.
Remember, the dog was not panting. The dog displayed no signs of any distress whatsoever. The man explained how he was trying to keep the air conditioning in the vehicle for his dog, and most convincingly, offers the officer a chance to feel the cooler air inside the vehicle after opening the door.
I love my dog.
The car isn't running.
I take him with me everywhere.
Okay, I just need to see the driver's license.
I don't have one with me.
Do I have any ID with you?
No.
Do you know your driver's license number?
What did I do wrong?
This is a criminal offense, okay?
What is a criminal offense?
For animal neglect and abuse, yes.
No.
Aside from the obvious facts leading anyone to conclude the man did not place the animal in any danger, and the animal is not displaying any signs of distress, there stands another peculiar fact. The crime officer Holbert is claiming the man is actively committing animal neglect and abuse does not exist. There is a statute titled Cruelty to Non-Livestock Animals, but the statute makes no mention of rolled-up windows and does not contain the word neglect or the word abuse. The totality of the evidence to this point is concerning. It appears to be quite clear that Officer Holbert, a relatively new officer, is trying to stage some type of hero situation for herself, at the expense of an innocent man. There would be no logical reason to break a window, as she stated she was about to do, or charge the man with any crime, when she clearly saw no need to feel the temperature inside the vehicle. It would seem the temperature inside the vehicle was irrelevant, for some unknown reason. Officer Holbert was engaging in extremely illogical and dangerous conduct. In a move intent on disrupting the flow of Officer Holbert's absurd inferences, the man politely begins to explain how he has family that are police officers. This would likely be a troubling revelation to an officer, who could be trying to frame a family member of an officer with ties to her department or higher authority. This may have caused Officer Holbert to reconsider her initial claim that no supervisor was available, as she changes her tune, and suddenly a supervisor is available.
No, I do not abuse and neglect my animal.
Okay.
I need a supervisor.
Okay.
No.
Driver's license?
I need a supervisor, please.
What is your driver's license?
Please, I need a supervisor.
I don't have one on duty right now.
Look, I respect officers. I have family that are officers, but I also respect the Constitution.
Go and crack your windows and then close your door.
Crack windows, you said?
Yep. If you could still be en route, please.
10-4.
Wait out here, I'll call a supervisor and see if he can contact me by phone.
The Crossroads Police Department would claim they received a call from Denton County Dispatch at 9:14 p.m. However, upon requesting the details of the call through a public information request, Denton County had no record of this call. You can hear both the sergeant and Officer Holbert make statements confirming Sergeant Tyler is on his way back. Upon seeing the unique blue truck driven by Sergeant Tyler, who tried to park out of the way where it would not be seen, the facts started to line up to indicate Sergeant Tyler was the one who directed Officer Holbert to investigate the person and the car.
Okay, I'm out with the subject. He's out here. He's refusing to identify himself. He's now asking for a supervisor.
He's asking for a supervisor? Okay. We'll be back en route.
Where are you at? Do you want to talk to him on the phone?
No, I'm right down the street.
Okay.
I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, all right, thanks, bye.
Okay,
Supervisor's turning back around and he's going to come out.
I would never leave my dog. I would just, it's not.
This
sunny
is some of the worst
Yeah, but it's not sunny.
temps. It's 95 degrees
Right, but it's
outside.
not sunny.
That
That's why I
doesn't
was
matter.
keeping it there,
It's
if I cracked the windows, that would let the 95-degree air in. I literally had it freezing cold in there before I shut the
I'm
car.
responding out to a call, okay?
Sure, I understand.
And this is
Yeah.
me responding. I'm not telling you you're a dog owner, or anything
Right.
like that.
Well, yeah, but
I
I'm
am
just
here
explaining
because
what
I
it is.
still have to do my job. I have to identify you now, okay? Because I'm out here for an
You do
offense.
not. No.
Okay.
That's not
All
the
right.
law.
Okay.
Under
Well,
the law.
I'll let you talk to the supervisor when he gets out here.
Hello?
Is this a legit tag?
Yeah. I bought the car at auction, so I assume it is.
All right. They weren't able to get a return on it.
460 traffic.
Purchasers.
Arrowhead and Broken Arrow on Sam Robert John 5200. Sam Robert John 5200.
Towing
Come back to
company,
a
right?
white Chevy
Oh,
3
no.
tons.
This is a private parking lot. I'm not going to ask you about your vehicle. My main concern is just the dog's okay. And then for documentation purposes, I do have to put your information in there, okay? I'm not saying you're going to jail. I'm not saying you're being issued a citation. I'm just trying to do my job because everything has to be notated that I made contact, okay? And make sure the well-being of that animal is okay.
Broken Arrow?
I mean,
It's going to be closer to 100 degrees inside that vehicle. It's 95 degrees
if I
out
crack
here.
the windows, I know it's going to be 95 degrees in there. I had it freezing cold.
Your car is not running.
I know. I shut it off. I closed the windows. I let the freezing cold air in there. Trust me, when I opened the door and got in there, it was colder inside than it was outside.
Okay.
I would not do that to my dog. I love my dog.
Okay.
He goes everywhere with me. You know?
Hey.
Hello.
This is not the supervisor. This is a cover officer. This is my supervisor right here.
How's it going,
How you
bud?
doing? How you doing, Sergeant Tyler?
Nice to meet you, sir.
Crossroads Police Department, just show you that I'm Sergeant Tyler. If you'd like to see my ID also.
I'm sure if they vouch for you, they...
Okay. Okay, so what did you speak with me about?
Well, she, I guess, got a call about my dog.
Yes, sir, we did.
I parked the car,
Uh-huh.
and I had it freezing cold in there. I literally got it just sitting there.
Okay.
It got it freezing cold.
Okay.
It's not sunny anymore.
Okay.
So it's not, radiating heat or anything like that.
Okay.
And I went inside. I've been in there for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And, I mean, what did I do wrong?
Okay. So when we get a call for service,
Uh-huh.
okay, and especially when we do contact somebody, we do need to identify the
That's
person.
the law.
Hang on, I'm not done. Let me finish speaking, okay?
Sure.
Now, we don't know you had your car at sub-0 degrees earlier today.
Sure.
We had no idea.
Right.
But somebody did call and say, hey, there's an animal left in the vehicle. It is hot outside. and the animal looks like it's in distress.
Right. And you came here, investigated, and figured in distress.
Right.
I don't know about that. But you came here, investigated,
that's
and realized.
That's what's relayed to us.
That's what relayed to us.
Right.
However,
anybody can say anything. You
Sure,
came here.
sure.
I mean, the dog
So
was
now-
everywhere with me. I love that dog. I'm not going to.
totally understand. We
leave me in
love
the car.
dogs. I got a dog too. I love my dog as well. So when an officer does contact someone, they are required, especially when we believe that there could be a criminal offense, to identify.
82.03, I think it is. You could ask for my identification. I don't have to get it unless I've been lawfully arrested. That's the only time
so
I'm
that's
required.
not true.
Look it up. Look it up. That's all I'm asking. Look it up.
Okay,
Look up
you're being
82.
lawfully detained because there is an animal in the vehicle. We got a call for service.
The windows are down now.
The windows are down now.
I instructed you to put them down.
Yeah.
Okay.
No crime was committed.
Yes, sir. Potentially. Okay.
Come on, man. I saw you trying not to laugh.
Here's the deal. As soon as we're done, as soon as you give your ID and we're done, we're gone.
I don't like the fact that we have to show our papers. Look, I have a lot of family that are in your business, okay? I respect you guys, but I also respect the Constitution.
The name I put in my call sheet.
But you are lawfully detained.
And I do not have to show. I
Yes,
cannot
sir,
give
you
you.
do.
I cannot. Will you please just look it up? I swear to God.
Filled ID.
Please just look it up. I know. Look it up. I'm telling you. You're going to make a big mistake.
No, I'm not.
I know this very well. I know this.
So do I. How long have you been doing law enforcement?
Just look it up. Would it kill you to look it up?
You have a phone right there.
I'm recording.
Look it up. So are we.
We're all recording.
Yeah, those disappeared. You guys don't have a phone you can look it up?
Those get edited.
What get edited?
Those get edited. So that's what I'm saying.
Your phones?
You're saying these get disappeared. Those get edited.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
What's your name, sir?
Garth.
I'm sorry?
Garth.
Garth.
Yeah.
Okay. Garth, what's your last name?
I don't have to give it to you.
Okay, I I don't call people by their first names because it's a respect name. Okay?
Nice try.
Until I get to know them. It's not a nice try. This
is what this
exactly
country's
how I
become.
operate.
This is what this country. You guys are like addicted to IDs, and you don't even know the law. Here, you know what? I'll stop. I'll look it up.
Go for it.
I'm going to show you because you'll be very surprised.
Look up Build ID.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's fine. Answering right now. Answering before.
It's 3802. Failure to identify. A person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, or date of birth to a police officer who has lawfully arrested the person.
Let me see that.
The police officer who has lawfully arrested the person. Request, I will. Request you can be suppressed here. Person commits an offense if he intentionally gives a false name, it's a false or fictitious name, I can't do that. Name, residence, address, or day of birth to an peace officer who has A, lawfully arrested the person, B, 2, lawfully detained the person. Now this is only if I cannot give a fictitious name. This is, watch, go back. I do not have to show my ID. Watch.
Garth.
A person commits a crime.
Garth.
A person, look, it's right here.
Garth,
A person commits an
I
offense.
just read it to you. You just read it yourself.
Yes, and you let me read it again to you. A person commits an offense. You totally not under. You didn't understand. This is This says I can't give you a false name. This is a different section. This is the first one. That's not my problem. It really isn't.
It is.
No, it isn't.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's what can happen because you're refusing to identify yourself.
Hold on a
Supposed to
second.
bring
Hold
your
on a
ID
second.
and say, here's
Hold
who I
on.
am
So
because
you're
hang on,
gonna
let
arrest me
finish.
for refusing to identify
That's
myself.
what you just read it.
I read. Yeah,
Now,
I cannot give
the
you a
other-
face
the other
name.
part of it
But
is-
why do you please pull it up? I swear to God, I'm not lying here. There was two different sections I read. Okay.
Hang on, listen to me.
Oh my God.
The other part of it is that when you do that, the other consequence, now we have to impound your dog, and we don't want to do that either. You said you love your dog.
Yeah, that would be retaliation.
No, sir, it's not. We can't leave the dog.
If you guys
here.
want a massive lawsuit on your hands, I mean, you
How
got
is that retaliation? We can't leave the dog here in the car by itself.
really.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna.
I'm letting you
This
know what
is
the
how-
consequences are.
This is America. This is what
Sure
you're doing
is.
to a citizen. Okay. All I did was go inside, grab some clothes quick.
Yes, sir.
I set the car, got it. Yeah. Somebody called. Okay. What do you do? I mean, it doesn't mean I did anything wrong. You know. I mean, I can call right now and say you did something wrong. It doesn't mean you did anything wrong.
We were called out here to investigate.
Sure. And you investigated. You realized
Yes.
the dog was not
To
distressed. The dog was
complete that,
fine.
I'm going to need your identification.
That's not the way the law works. This is what
You just read how it works.
Dude, you didn't read it to me. I read it to you, and you didn't understand. Those were two different sections. The second one says I can't give you a false name. Okay, if detained. It doesn't. I swear to God, you only have. I know this better than you.
No, you really don't.
Well, then look it up. You don't have a phone,
You just read it.
and you're not understanding what I just read because I just read it to you. Did I not read that I cannot give you a false, fictitious name if I've been lawfully detained? It doesn't say I have to give you my ID. It says if I've been, no, the first section says I have to give you my ID if I've been lawfully arrested. The second section says I cannot give you a false or fictitious name if I've been detained. It does not state that I have to give you my name or ID. I just cannot give you a false or fictitious one.
Let me ask you this. What is your end goal here?
To get you guys need to be educated. You really don't understand it.
Okay.
What I'm telling you is actually the truth. You got and police officers.
So what is your end goal?
To go on about my way.
So is ours. We
Okay,
want to get you
well,
on
go.
about your way.
But you
You
have
are
this
prolonging
addiction
this.
to ID. I'm
No.
not prolonging this. This is
No,
unlawful
no,
detainment.
this is our duty. We have to identify you.
Show me the law.
You just read it out loud.
I know, and you're not understanding because I just read it to you.
I know. We understand it. We do this day in and day out.
Okay. So, you agree with me. The first part says I have to show my ID if I've been lawfully arrested, right? You agree with that? You guys are not even.
You just read it.
Okay. And the second part says I cannot give you a false name. It does not say anything. You guys, really, I'm surprised. I mean, with the way YouTube is now, I'm surprised you guys, the way YouTube is now. These videos are all over YouTube about the ID thing.
Is that where you get your education from? Is from YouTube?
No, I get it from Texas statutes, actually.
Okay, all right.
So here,
And there actually is some good information on YouTube. You know, it's not all good.
No, it's
There's
not
some
really.
good.
It's really not.
Really? There's nothing good on. There's
I'm not saying that
nothing
there's not. I said
accurate?
there's not a lot on YouTube that's not good. But there is some stuff that is not very
I mean,
informative.
it's a conglomerate of America.
Okay.
You know, there's some good people and bad people. There's some educated, informed people who put stuff on there, and there's some dumbasses who put stuff on there. So, you know, I mean, you just have to do your due diligence. I'm telling you, pull it up and read it. It literally says. I mean, I just read it to you. What part are you not understanding? Where are you confused with it?
Do me a favor, run the VIN on the card and then get his ID that way.
Okay.
It's a very there's two simple things.
You just admitted on camera that you're running my VIN to get my ID.
Sir, we run tags all the time.
Yeah.
That's what occurs.
That's not a VIN number. It's a tag.
So we get the identification of the owner of the
Private
vehicle.
parking lot.
So how do we know you own this vehicle?
Well, just open it up. My dog's in there.
What do you mean you own the vehicle?
Sure. Doesn't mean you can unlawfully detain me to check the VIN.
We're not unlawfully detained. We're detained because we're here on a call for service.
And we already determined that the dog is fine. So what's your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I have committed and committing or I'm about to commit a crime?
Because when we got the call for service,
what's your reasonable,
initially,
articulable
I'm
suspicion?
telling you,
Well, there has been no crime
The
committed.
reasonable suspicion was the call for service.
We came and investigated. Realized there was no crime.
We don't know that.
And now we have failure to identify.
No, you don't. My goodness, ma'am, you need to really get educated. Why won't you read it? I wouldn't lie to you. Just look it up. You won't even read it. That's how bad it is. You won't even read it. I'm telling you.
I'm out here with someone that I do not know who I'm out here with. I'm not going to get distracted in a cell phone or a computer.
To read the law? Do you rather just arrest me?
I don't need to read the law.
Yeah, you do.
We do this day in and day out.
Improperly, apparently.
Okay.
Look, this is something, I know this. Look, this is something I'm very adamant about, is constitutional rights. And I know this. I didn't get this from some guy who heard it from somebody else. I know this. Okay,
The reasonable suspicion that we had was the call for service.
Yeah, and you came out and you investigated.
And you went out here and the dog was out.
Okay, but you investigated the dog, right?
No, we're not investigating the dog. We investigated the owner of the dog.
Okay, well,
So how
you
do we
realized
know?
there was no crime committed. Well, you don't know that, so you have no reasonable articulable suspicion then.
Yes.
No,
That's
you just said...
what if a crime has been committed or is about to be committed. So, animal
Has
cruelty,
been, is about to be, or is currently, yeah. Have I committed a crime?
well, currently failed ID.
That's not a crime. It's only a crime if you've been lawfully arrested. And if you take the time to just read the freaking statute, you realize this. Brother, I'm not lying to you, man. Just read it. I just read it to you.
Yes, and you read it yourself.
Yes. Section 1 says, if I've been lawfully arrested, I must give my ID. Section 2 says if I've been lawfully detained,
I'm sorry.
I cannot
Dealership. Does dog look okay?
give you a false name. That's all it says. I can't give you a false name. And you can ask me for my ID, but I do not have to give it to you. Trust me, man, I know the way this works. Just, why would you read it? This is blowing my mind. I mean...
I stayed right next to you. We read it together, right?
I'm shocked that 3 officers really don't know this. That out of the 3 of you, a supervisor of all things. Usually the supervisor is the one that knows.
And I'm speaking to you, and I do know it. And again, we read it. I was sitting right next to you while we read it together. Okay?
Yeah. And I just told you what it
So,
said. Where does it say that I have to show my ID?
Here's the deal.
Where does it say that I have to show my ID and what I just read to you?
In 3802, you just read it.
What part?
Failed ID when someone is lawfully detained.
No. I
Yes,
cannot
sir.
give you a
That
false
is-
name when I'm lawfully detained. It literally, it's different. You have to give your ID. Okay? It says that I can't give you make up a name to try to, but I don't have to give you my name. I'm telling you this. I know this. I know this very, very well. It's something I'm very passionate about.
Okay.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Here's the deal. We're trying to get this done so you can be gone and out here, so we can be gone out here to
Yeah,
other
leave.
things.
I mean,
Okay?
what is keeping you here?
We can't right
Yeah,
now.
you can.
No, sir, we cannot.
You guys are gonna...
Because what can happen is that you got the animal cruelty call, okay? We don't know for sure exactly how long you were in the store. What can happen, what I'm explaining to you is that the crime of animal cruelty has possibly, is it currently, or had been committed. Okay?
Now, well, investigate.
Hang on.
Investigate. Prove it.
That's the part of it.
You just said you don't know how long I've been in the store. If you
We
knew
don't.
how long I've been in the store,
So the part of the investigation is then we contact Walmart and say, hey,
okay, investigate.
here's what we need to do.
That's fine.
We
You got
need
my
to
VIN
figure
number.
out. We need to figure out who this person is and how long you've been in the store. How long that animal.
I've
was in the
explained
car.
this thoroughly enough and physically read the statute to you. You guys are losing your qualified immunity. Okay, seriously.
No, sir.
Yes. When it has been explained to you, the law has actually been read to you. Okay, you're gonna lose qualified immunity. And I don't want to do this, but I'm passionate about the Constitution. So I really am. And you guys need to be educated apparently because you're out there doing this, violating
No, sir.
people's constitutional rights all the time.
No, sir, we're not.
This is unbelievable. Are you a sergeant?
Yes, sir.
And you don't know this?
Absolutely. I guess you're
This is
saying I don't know.
bewildering. I mean, this is just, I am
I'm sorry
beside
you're bewildered,
myself.
but if you just read it with me,
Call your lieutenant.
we don't have a lieutenant.
Captain.
No, sir. The only person higher than me is the chief.
The chief.
Okay. So I'm not calling the chief right now.
Well, you're probably going to save the town a lot of money by doing that. He'll probably appreciate it.
What is it? Would you like to speak with the chief?
Yeah, or just all.
Because he's my supervisor.
Yeah, and if you talk to him, tell him to look up 3802 and read it out loud to you guys.
He knows what 3802 is.
Okay, then he'll tell you
So
to.
do I know what 3802 is.
Apparently you don't.
You just read it to me.
Yeah. I cannot give you a
Hang
false
tight
name.
1 second.
I don't have to give you
Hang tight.
my name. I'm not lying to y'all. I know this like very, very, very well. I don't understand why you guys won't look it up. It doesn't make any sense to me. I just don't get it. I mean, understand. A lot of people died for us to have these freedoms, not, for the police to just not walk up on you and just start branding you.
I walked up on you because there was a criminal act that appears to be committed. Okay? There is a dog in the car, 95 degrees.
Is it sunny outside?
It's 95.
Is it
It doesn't
sunny?
have to be. It
Is it
doesn't
sunny?
have to be. You know how many dead dogs I pulled out of the car?
Yeah! Was it sunny when you
You
did
know
it?
what?
How many dead dogs did you pull out at night?
Plenty.
Really?
Plenty.
Really? How many?
Yes,
How
and
many?
prior to law
How many?
enforcement,
How many?
I was a
How
vet
many?
technician. I
How
worked in
many?
the
How
ERs
many
and
did you
had
pull
to
out?
try to.
Tell me.
Because
Figure.
people like
I wanna
you
know. I
think
wanna know.
that it's okay
People like
to
me?
keep dogs in the car
People
when the
like
sun is
me?
down.
For
Because you
15
think
minutes,
just because.
when you cool it down to freezing, right? I mean, it was really, really cold in there before I got out. I do
don't
that
know this.
intentionally.
This is a person that could have the power to arrest you for a serious crime based on her ability to use deductive reasoning. By taking an average rate of heat exchange for similar vehicles in similar conditions, and using the 70-degree temperature inside the vehicle, as well as the 95-degree temperature outside the vehicle, the car would lose 17% of the temperature difference every 15 minutes. This reasonably accurate model indicates after 15 minutes, the temperature inside would have risen from 70 degrees to 74.25 degrees. The man probably didn't do the calculations to determine the exact rate of temperature increase before entering the store. He just used the horse sense anyone with the ability to grasp reality would use to ensure his pup, which he obviously cares for, was safe. Officer Holbert's ability to make sense of real-world conditions is so far off that she poses a danger to anyone subject to her ability to draw rational inferences based on the facts at hand.
I'm here to do my job to
I know.
investigate, and you're hindering that.
How are you gonna? What you
I
trying to do?
need the identification, and right now the dog is having to sit in the car even further.
Yeah,
because
you really don't care about the animal, do you?
You will not identify
really
yourself.
don't care about the
I am
animal, do you?
here to do my job.
You're here to get my ID. That's all you want.
I need your identification to complete
It's
this
like
process.
crack to you guys.
It's required.
No, it isn't. Would you freaking read 3802?
Don't shine the light in my eyes, so I need you to lower it.
Is it lower enough?
No, I need you to lower it so it's not shining in my eyes.
Is it lower
Just
enough?
like I would not turn it down.
Okay, I got to turn the flashlight off. Is your volume on your camera?
Of course.
All right.
The man pulls up section 38.02 on his phone and places it on the trunk of the car and then backs away. Officer Holbert refuses to read it, claiming she doesn't want to bury her head in a computer. There are 2 additional officers on scene, so there is no threat to her reading the statute.
To find the law, you don't care. You think
I don't
you know
have
the
to.
law. You don't have to. You don't have to know the law.
I already
You
know
don't
it.
have to-
I already know it.
You do not know this. I am beside myself that none of you are aware of this because it's been a huge thing lately on the internet. And I'm surprised none of you have heard of this. I mean, I'm beside myself. I really, really am. I don't know what to say. I can't believe you refused to even look at it. Why would you do that? I mean, how does that make any sense? How does it make any... I just put my phone in front of you.
Do you have a call coming? Do you have a call?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. If you need to get it, it's fine.
Where's Tyler?
He's, I think, contacting the chief.
I'm really not trying to give you a hard time. I'm trying to educate you because what you're doing is really, it's
Right.
not right. Yeah, I really hope you guys go.
I
home.
haven't said anything
I
to
don't.
you,
Oh,
right?
I don't. I'm just saying, when you go home tonight, please look up 3802 and
I
read
know
it.
what it says.
Okay.
I'm here as a backup unit. That's it.
Please, when you go home, look up 3802.
I've read it. I read it. I studied it.
Okay.
I tested over it.
Right, but you're interpreting it improperly.
All right.
This is a known fact. I mean, this is not. You just Google it when you get home.
Sure.
Texas ID laws. Do not. I mean. It's a sad state that this country is coming to.
Yep.
It is.
So,
Chief looked it up, didn't he?
I didn't talk to Chief. I didn't call Chief. I don't need to call him. Unless you really would like for me to call him, but I don't need to call him and talk to him. So, here's the deal, okay? Ultimately, this is an animal cruelty call, okay?
You were investigating it. There was no animal cruelty.
We're still investigating the animal cruelty call.
Anytime a dog's in the car and the windows are rolled up,
I didn't say it was, did I? I said that's why we're investigating.
right. And you can investigate without getting my identification. That's what you guys don't understand.
If we believe that you had committed a crime, which is part of is animal cruelty, yes, sir, you do have to identify yourself.
You can detain me. It's not till I'm lawfully arrested that I have to give my ID. Okay?
No, sir, that's not correct.
Yes. Why don't you just look at? I'm befuddled that you guys are going to look it up.
I've already read it.
Do you not agree that it says?
I do agree with.
Okay,
what
it says has to
and
get
it also says
lawfully
we-
arrested. Right. That I cannot give a false name. It just says I cannot give a false name. It doesn't say it has to show his ID, like the first one does. Okay, it's worded completely different for a reason, because I can't give you a false name. I don't have to give you my name though.
Okay, then give us a false name.
I'm not going to give you a false name.
Well, how do we know that? See, that's what I'm.
It's
that's
not
what
my
I'm telling
problem.
you.
It's not my problem. I'm sorry. That's something you got to figure out. Not me.
Well, you won't identify yourself, so how do you
Yeah,
know?
because I don't
you're-
have to. Because the Constitution of the United States of America, something that's
I do know that.
you swore an
Yes,
oath
sir.
to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty passionate about it.
So am I. I'm passionate about my job. I'm passionate about helping people. I'm passionate about doing it
Violating
for-
people's civil rights, apparently.
No, sir.
Yeah.
I've never been accused of that. Never.
Well, you're doing it right
So-
now. Believe it or
So I'm
not.
not.
I wouldn't like it.
So,
This is ridiculous.
So here's-
I'm truly beside myself that none of the three of you knows this.
I do know
I mean,
that.
it's all over. Freaking, it's a huge thing. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this.
Everybody does, but
Yeah.
yes, sir.
You guys apparently.
Apparently.
I'm shocked that a sergeant does not know this. That's
Yes, sir. We
not
just
good.
read it together.
Yeah.
So what would you like to see happen? That's what I'm wondering.
Go on about your way. I'll go on about mine.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah. What would be wrong with that?
Absolutely nothing would be wrong with that.
Well, there you go.
But what would also be awesome is if you say, hey, dude, this is actually kind of ridiculous, and here's my ID, and we're gone.
Dude, this is actually kind of ridiculous, and you should just go.
Okay, well, it is kind of ridiculous.
It is
that
very
we still
ridiculous.
need to investigate.
That I could
the
literally
animal
read it in
cruelty.
front of you, and you cannot comprehend it.
I do comprehend it.
Then what does it say? That I cannot give you a false name. Right? Right. It doesn't say. No.
You're
Still have to lawfully detained. I do not. It literally states that.
Almost struck the caller. We're sitting in front of the county clear 2200.
I'm not trying to be a jerk to y'all, I'm just. I'm passionate. I have my third cousin. I literally have 8 presidents I'm related to within 6 cousins. Okay, removed several times, but I'm very passionate about the Constitution. And you guys really, I implore you to take this up.
Stand right there.
Sure.
So we can't do that. But is it prudent to do that? So here's Uplift, and even though we know that's what he's doing.
What if that trooper would have done that to Timothy McVeigh? But whatever.
I agree. I agree. However, this is where we're at.
I'm going so far past acts,
So-
ask, tell, and make, and this is hurtful.
Yeah. So this is where we're at. Want to do the prudent thing, not necessarily always because we can. Doesn't always mean we should.
Yeah.
The big picture is animal's okay. Yes, he's being a jerk.
772, we no longer have a visual on the vehicle. Call is no longer online.
So that's where we're at.
Okay.
So here's the deal. Although
772, the plate does come back to
we're at a point
4012
where we
Waterfront
don't want to
Drive.
I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time. I'm trying to.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. You
Hang
give
on,
me a
let
hard
me
time.
finish. Let me finish.
Sure.
Yes, you are trying to give us a hard time.
I'm not trying to. I'm not.
Secondly,
I'm just trying to get my.
Just be quiet for a minute.
hang on, let me finish. Sure. Secondly, the animal cruelty will still continue to be investigated. Okay. Hang on, let me finish. Okay. Now then, because you believe you know the law,
I know.
okay, we also know the law.
I'm sorry. I know you think you're an officer.
No,
There's no way you could not
that's-
possibly know this.
I'm not saying that you're.
It is what it is.
That you're just somebody, and I'm just going, huh? To you, okay? I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that you don't know the law, but I do too. Also, the other part of it is, I'm sorry.
We get home to that thoroughly.
Okay,
please.
I surely will.
I really want you guys to.
Just for you, I surely will.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here's what's going to happen tonight. Tonight, you're going to be cut loose. Okay? Because the animal is okay right now. If we do investigate further, and then we contact Walmart, watch the video, see that the animal was in distress, there's the potential then a case can be filed for animal cruelty against you. Okay?
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
makes sense, but animal wasn't in distress. He's not in distress now.
We
He's
don't
probably
know.
getting a little irritated, but
I'm sure he
I'm
is.
sitting out here.
Yeah, I imagine so. So,
I wish I
That's
could have had you put your hand in the car when I opened the door. It was literally cooler inside than it was outside. Okay. You guys have to
Again,
investigate.
we don't know
but-
that.
Yeah, but you can't automatically assume the worst.
we're not.
either.
That's why it's called an investigation.
Right.
We didn't assume the worst.
Right.
That's why we call it investigation. The
Sure.
officers come out, they investigate, they contact people, they say, hey, is this your car? Yeah, this is my car. Is this your animal? Yes, this is my animal. Can I have your ID, please? Because you're lawfully detained. Because there is a complaint and possible criminal offense of animal cruelty.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the thing. Sure.
So-
You investigate, but you don't have to get my ID to investigate.
Yes.
Look, I'll tell you, we have an epidemic in this country of constitutional rights getting violated all the time through this. And
And officer here.
I know you guys
officer-
don't think I could possibly be right. but
And
you guys
Officer
know the
Holbert
law.
didn't do that tonight.
But just look at no.
Officer
I
Jones
know.
didn't do it, and I didn't do that tonight either.
Well, I mean, technically, this detainment has lasted a little longer than it's supposed to, but
That's
I'm not.
That's
not
due
worried
to
about
you.
That's
So.
due to you, yes, sir.
it. Well, actually,
So, again, here's what's going to happen tonight. We will continue our investigation after you're long and gone from here.
sure.
And then if we have to contact you again, that'll be why.
All right.
Okay?
Sure.
You are free to go.
Go home, take care of your dog.
Go home and take care of your dog. What is that, a lawful order? He was taking care of his dog. Gee, you guys, this is absolutely pathetic. Great job. You guys ready for some phone calls? Let's do it, bitches. All right, we are calling the Crossroads, Texas Police Department. Their Facebook page, as they've locked down the comments. All right, 940-349-1600.
Calling the Denton County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Para español, oprima ocho.
Orale.
If you need the jail, press 1.
I don't need the jail.
Warrants, press 2.
I don't need warrants.
Criminal Investigation Division, press 3.
Possibly.
Jail records, press 4. Fire Marshal's Office, press 5.
Negatory.
Juvenile Detention, press 6.
Or
Or for all other police-related inquiries, press 9.
all right, let's do it. Simone.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Denton County Sheriff's Office, this is Maddie.
Hi, are you a sheriff's deputy or is this dispatch?
Dispatch.
Okay. Is there a way that I could speak with I'm actually looking for the town of Crossroads Police Department?
Yep, we dispatch for them.
Is there a way that I could get patched through to them and chat with an officer briefly?
I can put a call for service in. And have someone
I'm
call
not
you.
I'm not very smart. Can you tell me what that means?
So you would tell me, like, just generalistic idea of what's going on? so I can have
Generalistic?
Sorry?
Generalistic?
Just like a general idea of what's going on so I can have a officer call you.
Okay, well, I woke up a little hangry. I've had some coffee though to try to offset that. Oh, you mean like what's going on with this call? Okay, I'm calling just to it's a training. I'm just doing a call to see about a training issue with Crossroads Police. Can you have them call me back 213? All right, we are calling the Crossroads, Texas Police Department. Their Facebook page, as they've locked down the comments. All right, 940-349-1600.
Calling the Denton County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Para español, oprima ocho.
Orale.
If you need the jail, press 1.
I don't need the jail.
Warrants, press 2.
I don't need warrants.
Criminal Investigation Division, press 3.
Possibly.
Jail records, press 4. Fire Marshal's Office, press 5.
Negatory.
Juvenile Detention, press 6. Or for all other police-related inquiries, press 9.
All right, let's do it. Simone.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Denton County Sheriff's Office, this is Maddie.
Hi, are you a sheriff's deputy or is this dispatch?
Dispatch.
Okay. Is there a way that I could speak with I'm actually looking for the town of Crossroads Police Department?
Yep, we dispatch for them.
Is there a way that I could get patched through to them and chat with an officer briefly?
I can put a call for service in. And have someone
I'm
call
not
you.
I'm not very smart. Can you tell me what that means?
So you would tell me, like, just generalistic idea of what's going on? so I can have
Generalistic?
Sorry?
Generalistic?
Just like a general idea of what's going on so I can have a officer call you.
Okay, well, I woke up a little hangry. I've had some coffee though to try to offset that. Oh, you mean like what's going on with this call? Okay, I'm calling just to it's a training. I'm just doing a call to see about a training issue with Crossroads Police. Can you have them call me back?
1 second, sir. Okay. coming. Let me have your address, okay, so I can get someone to call you.
I'm sorry. I must be. There must be something wrong with the phone line. I almost thought you said you were trying to get my address.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's not not gonna.
call in.
Just in case they need to come and do a no-knock warrant. I mean, what do we? I'm going
So
to
I can get the
politely.
right
I'm going to
unit to
politely.
call
I'm
you?
going to politely decline giving out my address. Thank you very much,
What's your name?
Johnny
Last name?
J. Johnny
Sir, what is your last name?
Cocktosin.
Can you spell that for
It's
me?
spelled exactly how it sounds.
Can you please just spell that for me so I can put it in correctly?
Cuctoson.
Okay, and what's a good callback number for you, sir?
The one I mentioned earlier, 215, the one that populated on your screen.
And then can you just tell me what this is in reference to?
It's,
Just
as I mentioned earlier, training. Yeah, I have a question about something.
Are you wanting to go through training, or?
Well, that's I don't want to. Yeah, I'm curious if they're hiring. There's a bunch of. I have big ambitions, so I'm just curious if the town of Crossroads might be a good fit for me.
Okay, I will put that in there.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Have a
You're
great day.
amazing. God, they cannot help themselves. The generalistic idea. Oh my gosh, just gold, absolute gold. This is Johnny.
Hello, Johnny. This is Officer Martinez with Crossroads Police Department. I'm returning your call.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
Good. I was just curious. I saw that disturbing video outside of the Walmart where the gentleman was trying to explain the Texas Penal Code 38.02 to the cop repeatedly, and he just refused to listen to what the actual law in Texas is. I was just curious, has there been further training to the department and to that officer directly?
I can't comment on that, but we do receive training.
I mean, it just seems like the qualified immunity might go out the window at that point when somebody's actually reading the law to you. I mean, you guys understand that all of the society watches this stuff and asks the obvious question of what's happening here, what's wrong with this situation, and what's wrong with this cop. Is it just his ego seems to be out of control, and it doesn't paint your department in a very good light, I guess is the, I mean, I'm assuming that you're a good cop, yes? That was a yes or no question.
So, do you have any emergency?
No, no. But am I calling 911? I'm just curious.
That's how I received this call, sir.
No, this was not. I did not call 911. I called the non-emergency dispatch. Was my tone with dispatch of an urgent and pressing nature, or did I simply ask for a callback?
I don't know, sir. I wasn't on that call.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to see how it was relayed to you. Pardon you?
I can't comment on anything.
No, it just seems like there's a huge disconnect. Like, listen, if I were a good cop, and I know they're sometimes few and far between from all these videos that I'm watching, I would be really, really, really disturbed by watching one of my fellow officers exhibit such a lack of knowledge of the law, respect towards citizens who are actually quoting a law off their mobile device. It just seems, if I were a good cop, and trust me, if I were a cop, I certainly wouldn't be a good cop. If I were a good cop, I would just be very, very troubled by that sort of behavior. But listen, if you want to double down on the, I can't comment. It's ongoing. We investigated ourselves. We found nothing wrong. That's great. That's perfect. That's exactly the type of response that I was sadly expecting. So congratulations for confirming that you guys have no comment on such a ridiculous training matter. Great job. I don't care what anybody else says. You're doing a good job out there, okay? So, and listen, police kill 25 to 30 dogs a day, but apparently you guys were like, oh my God, we got to save this dog. you know, maybe they were just going to let the dog out and then execute it in the parking lot because it, you know, was running at them. I mean, it was a pit bull after all. So, I mean, nothing scarier than a scared cop.
Okay, sir.
Great job. Great job out there. You guys are performing an amazing service, and the billionaires thank you for putting your lives on the line for them. So just let that one sink in for a little bit. So great job out there. You guys are all heroes. Bareback the Blue. Bareback the Blue is always a tongue twister in real time. Oh my God, unbelievable. These two cops trying to get his ID had the tenacity of a pit bull or any terrier. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I appreciate your being here. The original link is in the description. Go send him a sub. Go leave him a comment that I sent you. If you like the content and you want to find your way back, you can subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell notification so you don't miss any videos, and memberships are available. We will see you in the next video. Thanks so much.